Big hello to you. It's so great to see you and I hope I find you well. I'm Jenny Kirk, welcoming you to Weir Yard, and this is my Christmas video. So I really do hope that you got everything that you wished for Christmas and that it was bountiful, that your tree had an awful lot of goodies underneath it, and that you've managed to consume your own body weight in chocolate, Skittles, M&Ms, those little weird decorations that you find on the tree. No, not the plastic ones, the chalky ones if you're lucky. And you've settled down to enjoy this special Monday night video. There is no song, so we've got Gandalf pinning down the cupboard monkey so she can't sing any of that. That's right, Gandalf, you keep her at check. It's got a half Nelson going on down there. He's a good lad, that Gandalf. All the biscuits and cake he's been eating give him quite a lot of body weight just to keep her pinned in place. So instead, we're going to be doing the first ever Jenny Kirk Channel Awards. This is something that we thought that we'd bring in, and this is off the back of all the reviews that we've done this year and the generosity of an awful lot of manufacturers actually who have sent new products to the channel for us to do review videos on, and also the patrons and those who've very kindly donated through paypal.me and through Super Chat that's allowed us to purchase an awful lot of stuff, not just for the project videos, but also for reviewing a lot of different bits and pieces. And I thought it would be great to put something back out there to say which I thought were the best of the year. Now, any manufacturer that picks up an award tonight, if you're expecting a nice trophy to put into your trophy cabinet, I'm afraid you're going to be very disappointed. Instead, we're going to kick the 20-year-old laser printer in the back bedroom into touch, give that toner cartridge a good shake, and we'll be sending some certificates out in the post. So maybe Royal Mail will get them to you just in time for Christmas next year. Today's video comes in association with Trainomatic, makers of DCT decoders and accessories that are designed by enthusiasts for enthusiasts. Find the full range available to order now at tramfabrique.co.uk. Additional support comes from Rails of Sheffield. Sell to the name you know and trust. Buy, sell or exchange any age or any gauge. Call them now for the very best price. Check them out today at the link below. This year we've finally broken free of the COVID lockdowns, and it was such a great experience to see all of the exhibitions starting up again. And we got out there to an awful lot of the big ones and some of the smaller ones too. We went to preserved railways. We went to private railways too. That amazing Garden Railway. Really, I'm totally indebted for the invite to go and film what was one of the biggest inspirations for me when I built my own garden railway. We've also visited a lot of retailers, and one of the key things in all of these is that we got to meet so many of you guys. And I'm always so honoured and humbled that so many people do watch this channel. And to meet you was just an amazing experience every single time. So many of you wearing the merchandise too, which is available in the link down below. Yes, that's right, Cupboard Monkey, it's okay. I got the plug for the merch in. So Gandalf's doing a great job, isn't he? Sitting on her, keeping her out of mischief. Help! But certainly it's always so amazing to see the Billy's Replacement t-shirts and Gronk It Up, Do You DMU, all of those. And it's also been a great year for the Monday Club Wagon commissions. Now, we did the first one with a Cura scale and it sold out so well, and actually I've been spotting them turning up on various model railways out there, some other YouTube channels as well. And again, really honoured that people bought into this special commission that we did, the first dedicated YouTube channel to commission their own ready-to-run wagon from a major manufacturer. And it was quite an interesting experience to go through the process of commissioning this. With Accurascale, they were a great bunch of guys to work with, really helpful and so patient with me. So this year, we've gone for another commission. We went with KR models for this so that we could have the PAL brick to tie in with that wonderful backstory that we threw together just for a bit of fun. And it's been an amazing process, just designing the wagon, and again seeing that you guys are supporting the project in your droves. And we're already in talks with a manufacturer for the third Monday Club wagon, which is going to be coming hopefully in time for Christmas 2023. But without you guys, I honestly could not do this. So we come now to the part of the video where I'm going to run through my 2022 inaugural Jenny Kirk YouTuber Awards. And this, I suppose, comes off the back of it being a bumper year for new models. There's so many new items come through that honestly we've been spoilt for choice, and I'm very grateful to so many manufacturers who've really supported the channel, sending review samples over that have enabled us to put out far more content than we could have ever done otherwise. And first up in these categories, I'm going to do my Locomotive choice of the year. This is going to encompass all scales and gauges that we've reviewed on the channel, and certainly there has been a bonanza. When it came to picking what I felt was the absolute best, it's actually quite tricky. We've had a lot of really great models come out, and across a whole slew of different scales and gauges. In O gauge, I was really impressed by the Hellion Class 26. That really is an incredible locomotive, so much so that even though the review sample was a loaner, it was just loaned to the channel and had to go back, I had to buy it. I was so impressed with it. And I didn't break it or anything silly like that. But I said, look, I'm going to have to buy that. And I did. And don't regret it. It really is a lovely model. In 009, Bachmann have been totally spoiling us rotten. The double Fairley and then the mainline Hunslet, and I've got on order a Quarry Hunslet as well. And they're just incredible models. Any one of them would have been a worthy winner of the Model of the Year. In N gauge too, Rapido wowed us here at Weir Yard Towers with that Class 28 Metrovic, and really jammed with a lot of features for something so small. But for me, there was one model which time and time again when I was coming up with this list came out on top. And yes, it's one which has been honoured by an awful lot of the magazines in their own set of awards. But yes, it's the Accurascale Class 55, which for me really was a special model. And in fact, so special that I managed to track down, despite the fact that these were so sought after, it was really difficult to actually get them. They sold out to pre-order, but I managed to get a second one as well. And I don't tend to do that with many locomotives, buy more than one. But with the Accurascale Class 55 Deltic, it was such a special model. The sound-fitted version really is sublime, and I was quite wowed by that in the review itself. Its pulling power is awesome. I actually couldn't get the model to stall. It was the couplings on the coaches that gave up before the locomotive showed any signs of slipping. Jam-packed with lighting features, with that built-in stay alive, it really was the amazing Class 55 Deltic that I have been waiting for decades for. So I have great honour to announce the Accurascale Class 55 Deltic as being the winner of the 2022 Jenny Kirk YouTuber Locomotive of the Year award. So give it up for that amazing Acura scale model. The next category in the 2022 Jenny Kirk YouTuber Awards is Best Rolling Stock. And this, again, just like with Locomotives, encompasses scale and gauge, but also I'm going to lump coaching and goods rolling stock together on this. Because of the nature of the way that videos tend to get an audience here on YouTube, I tend not to review quite so much in the way of rolling stock. But there were a few items that really did stand out for me. In 2009, Pico produced some really great quarry coaches to go with their Prince and Princess models. And certainly these are incredibly innovative, given that they are entirely made and finished in the UK, which I thought was a great feature. In addition, in 00, we saw the Southeastern and Chatham Railway dancehall brake vans appear from Bachmann. And these two are an amazing model, and certainly it is much welcome to have these long-lived prototypes feature in model form, given that they range from pre-grouping, and we finally now have a pre-grouping brake van to go with the C-Class, and all of those other pretty Southeastern and Chatham Railway locomotives. But for me, the model that really did stand head and shoulders above the rest was the Ellis Clark Trains O-Gauge press flow cement wagons. These were the first items ever to get a full house on the score of all 10s, and that is quite an achievement. Now, I know that I am noted as being quite generous, and I don't look to mark models down for perceived slights and the slightest of things. I know that all manufacturers do put their heart and soul into designing models and bringing them to the market. But with the Ellis Clark Trains press flow cement, these really had gone above and beyond, and there just wasn't anything that even the most hardened of YouTube reviewers could have found to criticize on them. So I am naming them my rolling stock item of 2022. For the next category, we thought long and hard about what to call this, and I had teams of top men and boffins as well, all sort of puffing away on pipes in a darkened room, brainstorming different ideas, and in the end what they came up with was the Jenny Kirk 2022 Other category. Yeah, I know, Gandalf, there's no need to laugh. He sounds like when there's blowing a gale outside and the wind just kind of whistles around the gaps in your window. That's what he sounds like when he laughs. Yeah, okay, come on, tone it down there. God, I can hear the cupboard monkey squirming, so we best make this quick. But this is essentially anything that's not a locomotive or an item of rolling stock. And there was quite a few as well to choose from, and a lot of these products are used in various project videos over the year. Now, some of the highlights for me of the products that we featured on the channel included the War World Scenics tree making kits, and these really were superb. I have to say, really enjoyed using these, got a great effect, so much so that you'll see a lot more about them on the forthcoming Hornby A Model World being shown early in 2023. We also used some of their resin for casting water, which I really enjoyed actually. There's something very therapeutic about adding a water feature to any model, and certainly that too proved to be a great product. We also got a lot of items sent to the channel for review from DCC Concepts, and the Premium Rolling Road, which has gone out on the video last week, again a really great product and certainly a perfect gift for anybody who is into railway modelling, that maybe you can't think of anything else to get them because, well, they've already got it, haven't they? Because we're railway modellers, we go into shops and we just panic buy everything that's there. But certainly one that stood out for me in terms of actually delivering on what DCC promised right back at the start, which is to simplify and cut down your layout lighting, was the DCC Concepts building lighting kits. And it's such a simple idea, actually making use of a product that they've had in their range for quite a number of years now, that Alpha Mimic board. But I loved the way that these were so simple to add into buildings and yet so effective. And layout lighting is an area that I've always shirked away from, because those acres of wires, the rat's nest that just heads on back to a bank of switches somewhere, and you're never quite sure which switch does what. And, you know, it's a lot of effort for actually fairly lethargic results on a lot of model railways. So I ignored building lights an awful lot until this product turned up. We did a full review of it, and it just blew me away just how simple it was. So much so, I've added lights to a lot of buildings here on Weir Yard. And because they're done through DCC, you can literally turn a light on and off in a single room of a building. And I just thought that this was a paradigm shift in the area of layout lighting. So it's the DCC Concepts Building Lighting, which has won the 2022 Jenny Kirk YouTuber Other Category Award. The final category that I want to introduce to the 2022 Jenny Kirk YouTuber Award is the Monday Club Contributor of the Year. Now, on the final half an hour of the Monday Club, we like to show contributions from clubbers who shared with us video links or still pictures of what they've been working on, either on little dioramas, on full model railways, or indeed something inspirational that they've seen out and about on the real railway, like steam locomotives passing at high speed through their local station. And it's been a very, very popular feature, not least because it allows people to share what they're doing with others, but also for other people to gain inspiration and ideas from that. And it's been very difficult to actually pick one individual that I'm going to give this award to, and really it could have gone to several dozen of you, because there's so much great and inspirational stuff that has been shared with us. But the one who I am going to give this to has shared with us some truly inspirational modelling, really bringing to life real-world locations from the past. And I know Gandalf is suspicious that you actually got some kind of a time machine going on and you're just going back and taking photographs, because the standard of the modelling truly is inspirational for us all. And I'd like to give this award in 2022 to Mark Wilson for those amazing diorama models that he has shared with us, that have brought so much joy to the Monday Club and so much inspiration to both myself and to many others. So congratulations to you, Mark. Those are incredible models, and it's with great pleasure that I'm awarding you the 2022 award. Well, thank you very much for joining me for this festive video, and once again I hope you had an amazing Christmas, and I'm wishing you a happy new year. You take great care of yourself, of course, and we will still be putting out our regular video content, and the Monday Club will return in its usual format live from next Monday at 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and it'll be great to see you there then. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now. What's that, Gandalf? Yeah, you can let go of her now. Yeah, she can't cause a nuisance anymore because I'm just about to hit the stop button. Here she comes. Today's video is sponsored by Trainomatic, makers of DCC decoders designed to be fully compatible with every manufacturer's locomotive. Visit train-o-matic.com to browse the full range and see what they've got suitable for you. Additional support comes from Rails of Sheffield. Sell to the name you know and trust. A family-run business purchasing collections for over 50 years. From single items to lifetime collections, no collection is too small or too big. Buy, sell or exchange, any age or any gauge. Rails will take everything: locos, coaches, wagons, track work, controllers, accessories. In fact, they'll take absolutely everything, and certainly will not cherry pick the best items. Rails are only a phone call away. Call them now for the very best price and get instant cash payment or same-day transfer. Check them out today at the link below. I'd like to send out a huge thanks to everybody who supports me on Patreon, and an extra special huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson, Offshore Allen, Michael Lockie, Helen Sink, Gary Lewis, David Quinn, Sparky107107, George Botterini, Chris Moss, Robert Steers, Sam Yates, Dale Williams, John N. from NC, NYMRish, Jonathan Foster, Peter, Clifford Ison, Larry W. Grant, NI Railways 4000 class, Ian Coulson, Alan Dickerson, Eddie Papere, Karen Nichol, Medwin Williams, Crossways Point Junction, 3B Rail, Jennifer Horton, and James Beckett. Thank you. Without you guys, I couldn't do this.